Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to pull out the most useful insights, things that can really help you get truly well informed. And today, we're diving into some pretty profound ancient wisdom. We're looking at, well, an accessible take on the Bhagavad Gita.
Right, this amazing, very old and special book from India. It's actually part of the huge epic, the Mahabharata.
Exactly. And our mission today really is to distill some timeless, actionable life lessons from it. Things that can genuinely guide you through, modern challenges.
And the setup is just so powerful, isn't it? That's what makes it stick. You've got Prince Arjuna, this great warrior. He's on a battlefield.
Yeah.
But he's not just facing any army. He's looking across at his own relatives, his teachers, people he loves.
Oh, wow.
And he's completely overwhelmed. Understandably, he basically just drops his weapons full of doubt, sorrow, paralyzed.
And that's the moment right there. His best friend, Lord Krishna, who happens to be driving his chariot, steps in.
Yeah, steps in not just with a pat on the back, but with this incredible philosophical teaching.
It addresses Arjuna's crisis head on, but the advice, it just goes way beyond that specific moment. Universal truths, really.
What's fascinating, I think, is that Krishna doesn't just say, get over it. He uses Arjuna's emotional chaos as a launch pad.
A launch pad to teach these higher principles. So, okay, let's unpack that first big teaching. It speaks directly to Arjuna's paralysis. Do your duty. Krishna tells him, you must do your duty. Fight for what is right. What does that really mean for us?
Well, it's about this concept of dharma, your, let's say, righteous role or responsibility in a given situation. And the teaching is, you have to act on that. Fulfill your obligations honestly without running away, even when it's incredibly hard or emotionally messy.
Don't run away from the tough stuff.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? How often do we maybe sidestep what we know is right just because it feels uncomfortable or we're scared of the fallout?
Yeah, that's a tough question. Krishna seems to suggest real peace comes from doing your duty anyway.
It does, aligning actions with that deeper sense of what's right for you to do.
But Arjuna must have been thinking about winning or losing, right? The consequences, who wouldn't be?
Absolutely. Which leads perfectly into Krishna's second teaching. Don't worry about results.
Okay.
He tells Arjuna, basically, do your absolute best, give it your all, but try not to get too hung up on what happens in the end.
So it's not about not caring.
Not at all. It's about focusing your energy on what you can control, your effort, your dedication, your actions. Let go of attachment to the specific outcome, the fruits of your actions.
That sounds like karma yoga, right?
Precisely. The yoga of action. The idea is that real freedom from anxiety comes when you pour yourself into the work itself without constantly worrying, will I win? Will I get the prize?
You liberate yourself from that potential disappointment.
Right. You focus on the process, on doing your best.
Okay, now this next one, for me, is maybe one of the most, surprising ideas from such an old text. The soul never dies.
It's profound.
Krishna explains, our body may get old or die, but our soul lives forever. It never dies. What should we take from that?
It's this fundamental insight that we're much more than just our physical selves. There's an inner, unchanging essence, sometimes called the Atman.
Atman.
And this essence, the soul, is seen as inherently good, brave, full of light. It doesn't perish with the body.
How does thinking like that help, practically?
Well, it can totally reframe how we see loss, fear, even our own value. If the physical is temporary, but our true self is eternal,
then maybe we don't need to be so gripped by anxiety about things that pass.
Exactly. It encourages connecting with that deeper, luminous part of ourselves.
That leads nicely into the fourth teaching, which feels so relatable. Stay calm and balanced.
Yes, equanimity.
Krishna advises Arjuna to, keep his cool whether things are going great or terribly. Be strong inside.
And this isn't about bottling up emotions. It's about cultivating an inner stillness, a peacefulness that isn't totally rocked by life's ups and downs.
So what does this all mean for us day to day?
It's about building inner resilience, really. True strength isn't avoiding challenges, it's navigating them while maintaining your kind of inner center, emotional intelligence, basically.
Staying steady through the storm.
Yeah.
Simple, but wow, so powerful. And the final teaching.
The final core teaching is love and trust God. Krishna tells Arjuna, essentially, if you act with love, do good things, and have faith, God will always be there to support and guide you.
This sounds like bhakti yoga.
Yeah.
The path of devotion.
That's right. It's about cultivating kindness, acting from a place of love, and trusting that doing good aligns you with a supportive, benevolent force or higher power.
It offers that sense of comfort, of guidance, knowing you're not alone if you live righteously.
Exactly. It fosters inner peace through that faith and good action.
So when you pull it all together, these teachings from the Gita, they give us some clear messages, don't they?
Definitely.
Always try your best, be brave enough to do what's right, stay calm inside no matter what's happening outside.
Love people, be kind, believe in yourself, and yes, trust in that higher power or God.
And remember, you have that inner strength, that soul full of light. It's like a blueprint for a good life.
It really is. It shows you how to be brave, kind, wise, peaceful, how to live well by doing the right thing and having that trust.
And the message feels like, just like Arjuna found his way, you too can be a hero. Maybe not on a battlefield.
Yeah, probably not.
But in your own life, with, a kind heart and a strong, balanced mind.
Absolutely.
So here's something to think about until our next deep dive. How might really embracing that inner calm, focusing on your actions, rather than getting too tied up in the outcomes, how might that really change the way you face the challenges in your own everyday life?